Beyonce is one of the most famous singers and celebrities on earth. Through her leadership of Destiny's Child from the late 1990s into her extremely popular solo career, she has maintained an image of invincibility on the charts. She holds numerous records and awards and has been very financially successful through her other ventures beyond just her singing career. Everyone considers Beyonce to be inflappable. This is attributed to her perfectly sculpted public image. Her representatives have gone as far as to have unflattering photos of her removed from the internet. In light of this, those who follow the megastar are left to wonder who is the real Beyonce and what is her life actually like. Today, we're talking about the truth behind what Beyonce is going through these days. You don't want to miss this.
But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We're giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter this giveaway. It's really that simple.
First, let's talk about who Beyonce is. Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter was born in Houston, Texas in September of 1991. Her parents are named Celestine Tina Knowles and Matthew Knowles. Her father is African American, and her mother is Louisiana Creole, French, Native American, African, Jewish, Spanish, Chinese, and Indonesian. She also has a famous young sister who is also a singer named Solange Knowles, who was once a backup dancer for Beyonce's group Destiny Child. Beyonce grew up honing her singing and dancing skills. Her talent was noticed from a young age, and she auditioned for an all-girl entertainment group at 8 years old. She was placed in a group called Girls Time with childhood friend Kelly Rowland, who also became a very famous singer. Girls Time continued to make music and perform with Beyonce's father as the manager. They were able to get signed to Elektra Records, but then were cut shortly thereafter. Following that, they got a deal with Columbia Records, which opened the door to the most important opportunity in Beyonce's career. Girls Time changed its name to Destiny's Child in 1997, which comes from the book of Isaiah in the Bible. Destiny's Child went on to become one of the most popular and successful R&B groups in history. To date, it has sold over 60 million records and been nominated for 14 Grammy Awards, winning 3. The group officially disbanded in 2006, but has reunited on special occasions such as the Super Bowl 47 halftime show in 2013. Due to the success of Destiny's Child and Beyonce's notoriety as the leader of the group, she was able to embark on an extremely successful solo career from the early 2000s until now. Beyond that, she also appeared in several films, further increasing her star power. In 2008, she married the famous rapper Jay-Z, which has been the subject of much media attention. Today, Beyonce is so famous and so popular, she is revered as a cultural icon with an almost incorruptible public image. First, let's talk about Beyonce's public persona. Beyonce is a very unique celebrity in that it is hard to find anyone who has anything bad to say about her. She has one of the best reputations of any performer on earth. She is often affectionately referred to in pop culture as a queen. That is quite a lofty title for anyone to have without objecting to it. That just goes to show what a positive impact she has made on so many people's lives through her art and image. One thing, however, about Beyonce that has come to light is that she can be a bit self-centered. This was revealed a few years ago in the HBO documentary Life is But a Dream. The autobiographical documentary was well received by fans and critics who praised the heart and passion of Beyonce that was presented in it. That being said, it also attempted to show how Beyonce is human and vulnerable, but in actuality it presented an obviously filtered version where she never looked even a little bad once. It tried to show a collection of real images and videos that presented her as realistically as possible, but she clearly looked perfect at all times. Furthermore, she was shown to be demanding and very focused on herself and her image. It is understandable that someone in her position would have these qualities, but it was a rare opportunity to see anything even remotely negative about her. Next, let's talk about Homecoming. Homecoming is a Netflix concert film written, executive produced, and directed by Beyonce. It is about Beyonce's performance at the 2018 Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival. When the trailer for Homecoming was released, it had 16.6 million views within the first 24 hours. It has received widespread acclaim from fans and critics. Many have said it is one of the best concert films ever made. It won Best Musical Documentary at the IDA Documentary Awards in 2019 and Best Music Film at the 62nd Annual Grammy Awards. Homecoming shows an in-depth look at Beyonce's creative process as well as how the concert was coordinated and performed. It features many other famous people, including Destiny Child's members Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams, Beyonce's husband Jay-Z, Beyonce's sister Solange Knowles, and Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy Carter. The film is unique in that it is from the performer's perspective, which shows the emotions she feels and challenges she had to face in order to perform. Beyonce has committed to 3 projects for Netflix. Homecoming is the first one. The deal with Netflix is reportedly worth $60 million. Next up, let's talk about Black is King. Black is King was well received by critics and fans. It was nominated for Best Music Film, and the Brown Skin Girl video was nominated for Best Music Video at the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards. It was yet another opportunity to show how Beyonce has grown and developed as an artist and entertainer by successfully expanding into film production and direction. Next, let's talk about Beyonce the boss. Beyonce has to work very hard to get where she is today. Talent, skill, and luck can get people so far in their careers, but there is also a lot to be said for the strength of will and hard work. In Beyonce's film Homecoming, we got to see what she is like as a boss. In the movie, she can be seen instructing those who work for her how she wants a performance to be and how she wants to shoot it. There is clearly some frustration due to difficulties others have grasping Beyonce's specific vision. She has to push everyone much harder and rehearse multiple times to get everything right. It may seem excessive to outsiders, but nobody can argue with the results. She was able to put on an amazing show and create a concert film that has been heralded as one of the best ever. That shows the kind of will it takes to achieve unbeatable results. Even though Beyonce pushes those around her hard, it doesn't seem as though this is detrimental to her reputation, since she is always simultaneously giving others opportunities through her projects. That shows that she is tough but fair and has a considerate heart that goes beyond her incredible professional acumen. Next, let's talk about the miscarriage. Beyonce's life is constantly being reported about in the media. She is one of the most famous people on the planet, which means it is very difficult to keep anything private. This is the case with the miscarriage she suffered a decade ago. This incident had a very strong impact on who she has become as a person and an artist, which still affects her life and projects to this day. Beyonce has said that it was the saddest thing she ever had to endure. It seems to have solidified her devotion to family and determination to become an even more influential celebrity. It can be seen that the period after the unfortunate incident has been a new chapter in her career and life. She has become more wealthier and more successful, while generating more meaningful and acclaimed works, and even becoming an activist for many worthy causes. Although it is sad that she had to go through that, it did help her grow as a person and artist, so it shows there can be a bright side to even the darkest tragedies in one's life. Next, let's talk about Jay-Z's infidelity. Beyonce's husband Jay-Z was accused of cheating a few years ago, which he later admitted. This led to thinly veiled references to his infidelity in Beyonce's 2016 record Lemonade, which she contained the lyric, "You can taste the dishonesty. It's on your breath as you pass it off so cavalier." And she also mentioned someone called Becky with the good hair. With their marriage consistently making headlines already, this situation caused a storm of speculation as to the state of their relationship. As stated, Beyonce was able to capitalize on the issues by including them in her music. As a result, she came out of the scandal looking stronger than ever. Jay-Z has since worked on himself and gone to therapy, which has enabled the couple to stay together and work through their troubles. This is an interesting and rare example of a mega famous couple's relationship being put to the test and surviving it. Beyonce has surely learned a lot from the experience and utilized it to improve her personal life, which influences how she lives on a daily basis. Lastly, Blue Ivy might be the new Beyonce one day. Blue Ivy Carter is Beyonce's 8-year-old daughter. She may only be a 3rd grader, but she is already very famous by virtue of her parentage. As mentioned, Beyonce got started at 8 years old as well. She has been receiving a lot of care and attention, both from her mother and the media. Beyonce suffered through a miscarriage before giving birth to Blue Ivy, which led her to being quite devoted to her daughter once she was able to give birth to her later on. There can be no doubt that Blue Ivy has enjoyed many benefits to having such rich and famous parents. She is often photographed with luxurious things and is even dressed up to look like a mini Beyonce. She is certainly a very big part of her mother's life nowadays. That wraps up our video about the truth behind what Beyonce is going through these days. We'll see you next time.